Let's see if we can get this up.
Hang on a second. Stare at the wall. Terrible this is. I didn't realize how unprepared I was. So... I apologize about that. So I'm trying get some music going, get this multi-stream. So let's watch me do stuff off screen that you can't see. I think that's really what we're looking for. All right, there we go. And we're going to change this. A couple set. So we got to see if we can get our way over to Mythic. So I've been playing around with this, mainly because I like when I see something like this. The deck I was currently playing, that's really fun chat. I was trying to test a couple things, but it's mainly playing off of the mobilize mechanic where these warriors are coming in and attacking. They're sacrificing themselves, and so we're getting double damage from Blood Witch, or we can have Zergo out, and then they're going to be out permanently. This guy gives them Death Touch, and plus it's one thing I am seeing while the Forsaken Miner. I've got a lot of time up tonight, so I want to be able to do that and dedicate a couple hours to it. But right now this is just a test stream, and I'm really trying to see if we can get multi-stream. Like, this one's not... And, oh, that's why I can't hear anything. Looking for. Because we got... And there we go. Some good old ambience. I've been starting to really enjoy just putting on ambience, especially when you're doing something. Because one thing that's really nice about it is that... But it's scary, and I don't like it. And what I had, we're dropping the Blood Witch. So let's actually. And this deck is also fun, but like I said, this is just a for fun deck. I want to build this off of an idea that I have. It's not really working, especially since we are just removing each other's zero stickiness. It's not ranged. I think we got some instant speed stuff. I'm going to attack with my 3/3 Blood Witch. It's similar to what I recently built, because I had that more than like they really got us beat. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, so that's kind of the play of the deck. It was almost a mirror match. I was honestly kind of surprised and impressed by that. So I'm gonna run it back because I do enjoy this deck. It's fun. It's not good. It is not good. Barely. Oh no, it was. All right. It'd be incredible to get him down turn 3, but I don't. That actually sucks. So they're gonna gain a lot of life off of our guys, and that effectively shuts down our mobilize mechanic. He's out, all of our warriors are staying, but I can't risk the attack at the current moment. I'm gonna swing in with a channeler. Okay, I'm gonna drop in that. We're going to get rid of you, which is annoying because it's going to its counters in purple. And I can't risk the attack at the moment. I really need them to be tapped out. This authority of the consoles, I mean, completely shut us down, which stinks. So now we gotta hope for another get lost. Or, I mean, this shut us down. Gosh, this card is so good. I was so impressed by it. Yeah, we're just can't take the beats. Do this. Something we can't control. Alright, one more go, and then we'll swap over to rank to play some real decks. We're just going to use this as a warm-up. I do want you to show you guys how it wins, because when it wins, this is a free-to-play account, so I'm not using the wild cards properly or anything like that. I feel like I need to zoom in a little bit on myself. but it actually, we're gonna wait on that. I want to see. So, because I'm over here trying to hollowed out elemental. So, because I'm over here trying to hollowed out elemental deck. I mean, the lands were every single deck. I mean, the lands were every single elemental was. It was crazy. Single elemental was. It was crazy. I've never seen that before. And it was Twitch, and they're over here being like, "This is a serious." And they're over here being like, "This is a serious game," kind of a thing. It was a slaughter. And I was like, what are you doing with that in play? Take that over to rest. But I guess I do understand. Some people don't want, I'm leaving up, get lost. Some people don't want, I'm leaving up, get lost. Some people don't want the stress of ranked. I mean, you see it go up, you see it go down, and it can get kind of brutal. I mean, I'm not going to lie about that. It gets hard. And I'm just going to hope that they don't have the hexproof thing. So let's go with archery, start the hexproof thing. So let's go with archery, start that. Now let's drop an armor because it's a powerful creature. So that's kind of how you win, and then we just kind of steamroll with it. And let's see if we got our daily challenge done. And if we do, we're going to swap over to ranked. But if not, I'll play it one more time because I'm having put a ranked, and let's see what we can do. Popping my knees real quick. So yeah, if you are, so this is my first multi-stream, so if you are talking to me on YouTube or Kick, and I'm not, this is my Bant Blink spell snap. Airbend any of our own, and since Doc makes spell snap. Airbend any of our own, and since Doc makes everything cost less. Permanents that we have airbend and bent. We're not using our graveyard, we don't care about Appa Steadfast Guardian. And can target Appa. Need another white source. Boom. Steadfast Guardian into exile, airbending it, then Appa can come back in, target Aang, airbend him, and then we can do that loop, I think. I want to control what I'm drawing. I really need another land. And so whenever you cast something from exile, when Appa is out, you get a 1/1 soldier, I think? I'm not sure. Let's take a look. So you get a 1/1 white ally. So then we can build up this infinite board of just giant stuff. Alright, so we're dropping Aang at the crossroads, and let's dig a little bit and see what we can grab. We've already got our dock out, so we're going to grab Reclamation Sage. I want to say May for this specific read, very heavy control deck, so this isn't looking good. This person has been... Alright, so we're going to pass the turn, and we're going to try... So, very much looks like we are not. Oh, so from the last stream, there's one card I have added, which is Avatar's Wrath. Avatar's Wrath is added, which is Avatar's Wrath. Avatar's Wrath is kind of our special board wipe that lets us leave a creature up for us. I'm gonna grab the green source. Yeah. Anything until the end of the music's starting to get a little loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Alright, so start, but we'll keep going. Did I have fun? I lost, so obviously not. I'm just gonna skip it. Alright. This is my first time multi-streaming, so see if I can get like a dashboard going up, or like that. I thought I was live. I thought I was live. View my channel. Alright, so this is I'm gonna get our chat going. So one thing... I looked away and I didn't... Oh, okay. Yeah, don't care. Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to bounce whatever we see back to their hand. I was just trying to see if I could see if we were live on A2. Or... Let's bounce it back to the hand, because we're who we are. So, they're going to behold their own goblin again, but if they want to make... So, I'm trying to think of what we're going to do. I want to get this out as soon as possible. This card is just incredible. We get what, though? It's Wrath. I select Arc in their hand, but we also got rid of the token. I think they're trying to play... Okay. I can take that. I can live with that. Alright, so we're going to Gallant Citizen to draw Riptide Gear mana, but though they're going to probably kill a goblin, turning it in. the Sea Slicer or whatever. Dies, we're taking damage from it. So this is going to be hard how they attack. Alright, here comes Aang. Beautiful. Alright, Aang's gonna come in. And I think we're gonna airbend you and you. They got us. Because that puts us down to 1, and we're playing it against a very aggressive deck. And if they have any way to sack a goblin, we're just trying to move blights so this creature leaves. Yeah, here we are. Alright, that was a good game. So that is a fun deck to play. Like I do like the modern deck that I made that I top 30. My first competitive tournament was Orzhov Aristocrats. And it was built around Blood. Oh, then it was steam around the Convoke one that returned it all just to the battle and everything back to the battlefield. And it was really awesome. And it was, what, modern, almost 20 years ago now? And Aang is going to airbend the Citizen. Alright. So, we're going to hope that they don't have the counterspell. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're playing some Bant Airbending Blink. 2-mana card. Alright, now we got our Badger Mole. So we're going to drop in the Demolition Field. We're going to swing out. Yeah. Alright, so whenever the stream's going pretty well. Alright, so this is gonna give us, we can drop going well. Oh, that's brutal. I hope they don't have another one. Okay. Alright, we're gonna draw more cards. So I'm not streaming daily. I'm just gonna stream whenever I can. Ooh, I didn't tap that well. So now I'm gonna Leviathan. I think what we're gonna do, now we're gonna airbend, hopefully, oh, they did shit. Streaming was, maybe some people might actually want to come. Alright, it is like 15, alright, it is like 15 years old now. Now whenever Aang enters, he doesn't just airbend one creature, he's airbending two. He doesn't just airbend one creature, he's airbending two, if it stayed on the battlefield. But because they are ramping and just bouncing everything back to our hand, I don't feel like we don't have this. I could play this one out, but there's nothing we can do. And after you saw that we were doing so well yesterday. This got me Mythic. Alright, so do you have a job or am I streaming full time? I do have a job. I have a big boy job. If this does take off and I do stream this now, I'm not doing it at the moment. That's why I don't have all the fancy overlay stuff, and I'm trying to get chat to work. Like if somebody wants to chat and it will show it up on the screen. Alright, so looks like we've got to worry about Michelangelo. So this is definitely a counters deck. So we're going to have to worry about their stuff getting really big. Luckily, we're doing so much blinking and airbender down and draw. And then I just kind of stop Minecraft creativity and, all that kind of fun stuff. But for me personally, let's take on Michelangelo. But for me personally, this is what you got to do. You got to watch my old age, but not anymore. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to airbend the Badger Mole Cub. Because if we airbend this, what do you do? Well, so what do you like to do in Minecraft? I used to we used to have we would walk in, it would launch them off and stuff. I'm gonna do no attacks, because they're gonna crack that. They're gonna try to get, actually, I think I'm gonna draw cards. I want to see what else I can get. Some more land. And kind of use that as an instant. It'll let us double up our triggers whenever something enters. Alright, so this is actually pretty good for us. So I want them to crack all of these, but they're probably 6. Alright, so it's at 3. So actually what we're going to do is white to actually do by Hydra. Eventually will. But like I said, I'm just kind of doing this just to have fun, just to chill and meet people as I play Magic. So, sweet. So first things first, and we just win. Okay. Well, I'll explain the infinite combo in the post game. Yeah, we ranked up. Doc makes it says is he airbends, exiling a creature or a spell, and putting it in exile and making it cost 2 generic mana. So if we have Dock out, then we also find Aang for free. Then Aang, Airbend Abba, and then every time we cast Aang, we're also getting a 1/1 ally creature. So we get infinite tokens, infinite enter triggers, and all that kind of stuff. Alright, why don't you have seen more of that stuff? I'll probably be working with the focus of it, because it's not something I'm really into. Side screen, actually, out of the way, and hope that we're not playing just a counterspell deck. Okay, we're doing this to get as many colors out as possible. So let's just do the Urban Retreat. Probably wasn't the best idea, but this one. So they are trying to, so they should be dropping. So this way we don't, and I don't see what's like trying to work on. So it actually can't do anything at the moment. But I'm also going to blow up that. So now we don't have to worry about getting milled out. We do have to worry about not drawing our lands. But luckily, these type of decks are usually just sitting at 2 mana, so I don't... While they do that, I can actually probably... Let's put a test in here. I can see it perfectly on... So we're taking a look at this. It's custom. What if we make it a dark chat? Let's hop back over here. That didn't do anything. Alright, so we're going to keep it as custom. Messages are delayed. Portion size. Yep, like this. Alright, and if we hit save, hop back over here, and hopefully, it's cleared out the chat. Best viewer streaming and chat so that you guys can see it. Oh wait, I'm going to drop there, so we're going to swing out, and we win next turn. We're back. We just had to get those flosses out of the way. Alright. In moments like these, I remember the people, I think the Sith is really cool. Most iconic villains of all time. Lightsaber, he is just dripping with just awesomeness. But when I grew up with it, it was always the Jedis were the good guys and the Sith are the bad guys. So I guess it was like 10 the downsides of it. And I always thought that was kind of lame. I mean, and I'll explain why. It's because when you have something like that, when you've got to have a give and take. You can't just have this power fantasy story, honestly. So I'm going to keep this because we can drop this on the demolition field. We can get our other mana. And so, and I always like the idea of the good guys being the good guys. What's it called? With all these reboots, these Disney reboots of like, oh, the villain's just misunderstood. What if they weren't? What if they were just a jerk? What if Cruella was just trying to kill puppies to get a coat? What if the stepsisters were just evil, miserable people that were trying to all these movies many, many, many times. I saw them as kids, and I think them actually being misunderstood takes away from the villain themselves. And it's incredibly annoying, if you ask me. I want the bad guy I can hate. That's why I like Darth Sidious before the sequel so much. He was just such an evil, maniacal, awful person. And there was nothing redeeming about it. I mean, if you went back and said, hey, we're going to make a Darth Sidious movie about Palpatine, and about how he was misunderstood, trying to unite the Republic together and all this other stuff, I'm like, you are crazy. Nobody wants to watch that. I mean, there really is. As I'm rambling, the movie The Rock, not The Rock, The Rock. You want to talk about a great, completely justified. And, alright, so, for some reason I thought he was a 3-5. And, alright, so, for some reason I thought he was a 3-2. Like villains I can hate. Like, oh, that guy's... Anyways, that's my long rant of the magic. Blue source that we have is Breeding Pool. All right, here, so we can get rid of the Avatar's Wrath would just be great. So we got a lot of things that can get us out of it. Riptide Gearhulk is gonna, again, that's once we get to this spot in flames, that does working out. So I do apologize for the different stuff, making sure. I think I've got so, but again, this is a keep. Hopefully they don't kill the Badger Mole and they let us demolition field something. But if not, is what it is. Ugh. okay. It does have prowess, which is annoying, and they're not playing any cards I can. Alright, dear, best draw, since it'll. Oh, they give it turn to a 4/5 flyer. Wow, they are stomping us. Alright. How long is this one go on for? 2/2 flyer. White source. So I think this is the play. And then we just pray they don't have you. So let's see. Oh, that was cool. That was a cool deck, though. I've not seen this one before, and I've always got to applaud people with interesting decks. So let's take a look. I have not seen this have been used at all. Vigilance and Prowess. You move 3 incubation counters from it and go. Put that many, yeah. I like this card. This is actually a pretty cool card, and this is a great way to build around it. That was awesome. I mean, just really cool. So, bravo. Always awesome to see another brewer in the wild. Alright, and let's run it back. I almost wanted to play that Mardu deck, and I know it's bad. I know it is, but it's so fun to watch all my little guys appear and die and give me life. Throw a fit. We have all of our mana. Hello there! Give us the green. That turns that into a Bant land. Alright, so then we're going to swing them with our 1/1, and so we don't have to do that. Like, it lets you draw that good to me. Kind of see in the window. Finally has been that. It's kind of far. It's kind of far. They were like 10 feet tall with orange tips on them. And so you would be driving around, and we got there in August or September. We got there in August or September. We got there in the fall. So we're driving around. We're going to be greedy. So, yes, we are. We're going to be greedy. Alright, so anyways, so we're driving around, we see these rebars, orange tips. What are they for? Greedy. Alright, so anyways, so we're driving around, we see these rebars, orange tips. What are they for? This guy from the south doesn't understand. It's hard to describe how much south doesn't understand. It's hard to describe how much snow you get in one sitting. And it's not like inches, it's not a foot hit, and they're like, oh, you still have to come into duty and blah blah blah. And so now you're like, oh crap, you still have to come into duty and blah blah blah. And so now you're like, oh crap. And so you're driving and you're like looking for these orange tips over these. Oh, okay. And so, which is hilarious. So I first pull feet at a time, and your chain of command is like, yeah, you still got to come in. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? Do you see? Yeah, that was crazy. So I'm not going to. I'm just gonna kill the. Yeah. So I'm not going to. I'm just gonna kill the. Yeah. All right, I think this is okay. So we're gonna flip Aang. Wanted to keep. That would flip Aang. Wanted to keep. That was great. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do to bring Demolition Field alive, and then to bring Demolition Field alive, and then we're going. Does this have vigilance? It does. So we're seeing with both of them, and then we're going to airbend Big Aang again. Just Big Aang. So we're going to be able to blink it again. So we're going to grab... I think we've got it. And then we're going to grab... We're going to grab the dock, because I really want to be able to... Well, I didn't even think about the Riddler. I was just thinking about in the future, whenever we start airbending stuff with Aang and Appa. We possibly can. And you know what? How about this? For the stream later tonight, because it'll be tonight, I'll find everything. And then, I will do that then. But until then, I'm having a lot. I love playing this deck. There's so many synergies. Until then, I'm having a lot. I love playing this deck. There's so many synergies. There's so many little things to do. I feel like this is a little too slow. Oh, this is a little bit better, but not much. We don't have a green source. So I think we put the Sage to the bottom. And hopefully this can get us our green source for the Badger Mole. I should have kept the sage. It looks like we're playing mono white auras. Should have kept the sage. It looks like we're playing mono white auras. That's in the day, so I'll have a lot more stories for you guys. Awesome. Okay. What of their best creature? I did the stream earlier. I'm an idiot. That's a good game. Oh, that's a good game. That's oh wow, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe I did that. So, even Captain Goat, can make misplays that bad. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. So actually, and then I'm gonna put its counter on our flyer, worry about it. And then we're gonna block with Aang, and Aang is gonna die. I really don't. I'm trying to. Oh wow. I should have ended the stream earlier. I could have targeted that with Aang. Because even with you, we still have that thing still has ward. Alright, let's concede. Alright, well that was the first test stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that and listening to me ramble on about Orange Tip Rebar in Watertown bombing the last game so bad. Oh, that was bad. But yeah, stream will be later on tonight. I'll be making Black White Aristocrats and Pioneer, testing